One car's out on track. See who that will be. It'll be a few minutes before we get some times up on the board. Looking right now. One of the things that's unique about this track is that there's a lot of low downforce on this track, and so they've got running specific wings and specific parts for this particular track. Also, one of the long it's the longest track with the highest elevation change. So that is another feature of Spa. Weather will be a factor this weekend. I don't have the full weather report, but definitely tomorrow and Sunday in the race, there's potential for rain to happen on this track, and that's always never a good hasn't been a good sign the past few years when there's been rain on this track. Some of the questions in chat at the moment. Will KH hopefully thinks that will be an action-packed race. Yeah, definitely F1's the races have been a lot more interesting these past few, particularly these past few races. Um, and we've got Russell on track right now. He's we got Russell, Hamilton, Sonoda, and Joe are on track. A lot of them, wow, a lot of them. Verstappen, everyone but Sargent and Magnussen right now have come out on track. We don't have any drivers. Yeah, there's no drivers being replaced this weekend. So we've seen like past few weeks, we've seen like Bierman in for one of the Haas drivers. We've seen Hajar in for Checo for one weekend. I think it was 2 weeks ago at Silverstone. So we're not seeing any drivers being replaced in FP1 for new driver training. So I know Dan O'Brien's pointing out that the Alpine livery looks really good. So Alpine's running a livery that is in the spirit of the new Deadpool and Wolverine film that just got released yesterday. Technically, today is the release date, but it was in theaters worldwide, particularly in the United States. It was in theaters yesterday already. I have not seen the film. Please, no spoilers. So their car. So Alpine's gonna look red today with yellow stripes, which are the Wolverine's claws. Then you've got Gasly and Ocon wearing Wolverine and Deadpool inspired overalls. Again, all in promotion of the film. So the only two people who have not come out on track at this point have been Russell and Sargent and Magnuson. They are wearing tracksuits. That one is got a yellow tracksuit for Wolverine. Oh, we've got to. This is going to be a red flag. What the heck happened? Did they manage to get around? What what did I just miss? One of the V carbs. So Dan Ricardo basically just spun on track came up behind the divider but did not hit it, but did get back on track. Surprised I didn't see a yellow flag pop up on screen. I don't know if he even threw a yellow flag for him. Well, I mean, there was nothing on the F1 TV screen. They did throw out the yellow flag on track. I don't know if anything was actually done to communicate to us otherwise. But yeah, there was a moment there where Daniel Ricciardo spun on track. He is still back out and he's still continuing. Where's Ricciardo? Yeah, no, he's still on track after spinning. Live again. Oh, they're showing a replay of Russell, and his front wing is very. He's going over curbs. So that's the first thing you guys need to know. As he's going over curbs, his wing is bouncing. It's very flexible. Is Max taking any penalty here or not? He is supposedly taking some sort of parts penalty. We don't know exactly what that will be and how big the penalty will be, but that's been reported already from like during the weekend roundup. F1 website has an article about this already, but we just don't know how big the penalty is going to be. Whether it's going to be just a 10 place, another engine 10 place, or it's going to be more parts, which could put them to the back of the field. So we'll see how this goes as the weekend progresses. We'll probably know more tomorrow what he's actually taking. Yeah, typically one of the things you'll do is that if you're going to put a new engine in, you'll put it in overnight Friday into Saturday morning. So like basically they're on pre-practice on the current parts right now for doesn't mean that why put in that new engine for two practices when you can keep it more fresh. Why one of the cars is slowing down on track? What is that? And we do have now Sargent and Magnuson on track. Ocon has come into the pits. It looks like he did an installation lap. He went out on his mediums and and that's basically to check the car is okay, and then came back in. Again, obviously, at the top of the board, we've got Verstappen at the top of the board, Oscar second, Hamilton third. Someone was asking what happened to Hamilton. He's third. And it's still early. I mean, Oscar and Hamilton are second off, but that's Max did a 144.706. Oscar's get a 145.743. So I mean, it's early in FP1. So does Crash have a live video of the practice? Yes, I do. I'm watching the F1 TV feed, the international feed. I don't like the Sky Sports feed. I actually enjoy Palmer and Alex, and that I enjoy that feed better than the Sky Sports feed, to be quite honest. Yeah, that's one of the benefits of we've got a sponsor this weekend, Pure VPN. I don't know much about our sponsor other than they're a VPN company, and they've got an 80% off and 3 months free deal for us and a coupon for another 10% discount. Um, I don't use VPNs per se because I don't need to because I live in the United States and for my purposes. So I don't need to use an FPN to hide where I'm coming from per se. Well, there's reasons why I might want to, but that's not appropriate for this channel this time. But anyways, moving on. But I'm using F1 TV to watch the session live. That's why I saw Ricardo spun out because they showed that live on the stream. their stream, I should say. And again, this is a watch along stream. Is that you guys are supposed to be, got the the F1 or Sky or um, and we were hold on a sec, gotta. So again, we're a watch along stream. Basically, you're intended to be watching along with ESPN, Sky, or F1 TV Pro, um, while you're watching, listening to me talk to you guys. I know there's a lot of you who don't have access to those channels or have access to the stream, and you guys watch a lot, listen to me talk, tell you what's going on as well. So I do the best I can. Since I've last talked about it, basically Norris has moved up to P3. He did a 1:45.544. So he's about so the both Oscar and Norris have moved under a second to Max's time. Again, Max did his time on a hard tire, and Oscar and Norris are on medium tires right now. Hamilton's fourth on a medium tire. As I said, that Sainz just moved up to fourth with a 1:45.769, and he's been on medium tires as well. Stroll is sixth, Gasly is seven, Allen eighth, Perez is ninth, and Hulkenberg is 10th at the moment on. Nope, that's Russell who's 10th. As I talk about that, Leclerc just moved to fourth with a 1:45.690. He's a second 0.14 off of Max's time so far. Again, we are in a English language community, so try and we just don't have access to mods to all the other languages. And you guys don't need to spam chat. Someone just put in a prediction spot. You only need to do that once. Like to hear what you guys are predicting for Spa this weekend. Besides, again, one of the things to take into account is that ultimately there will be rain this weekend, and that will add a new factor to the race. It's going to add chaos. I'm perfectly fine with that chaos. What do you think about the toxicity about on Ocon? I have not seen any toxicity towards his. Some people think that is. I think the race questioned why you would bring Ocon in with a new driver. I know that I believe P1 with Matt and Tommy were okay with it. And pretty much what it is. It is he's leaving uh the Alpine team for another because Alpine doesn't want him anymore basically. So KH asks hopefully won't cancel it. No, they will race in the rain. I don't think we will see that amount of rain that we saw a few years ago. So as I've been talking, Russell Hamilton had moved to P2, P3. Russell has done a 1:44.998 and Hamilton a 1:45.207. Hamilton's just coming to the pits now. So we've got Russell under a second and a half a second, and Hamilton two-thirds of a second behind Max's time. So we're seeing a lot of drivers out there with 5, 6, going on to 7 laps at this moment. I think the lowest who has not has been Magnussen. Ocon's still in the pits after doing one installation lap. Hamilton is coming to the pits as well. His teammate is 10th, has done 5 laps on a medium tire. Because K-Mag needs to be on Indy or WEC. Actually, K-Mag either is going to get another F1 drive, or he will probably return back to Haas, is not as a driver, but as support staff. Basically doing simulation work, doing other things, just not in the car, just not being as a driver in the car. He would probably be the sneaky. Clerk, not being. Um, I don't think Kegmag wants to go to Indy. That's the thing. It means by going to say go race Indy, that means you could coming here to the United States. I don't think he wants to do that. Haas will take Kegmag back in a support role, not as a driver, but in another role if he does not find a drive on the grid. Tries. No, they've got the medical car is pretty locked up with the driver at this point. No, actually, FP2 is more important of a practice because track is more um, times during that session are more congruent and more representative of what you'll see during quali and the race itself. FP3 is important because if something happens in FP3, that will affect quali. So that's why they're there, and they're trying to set up, lock in setups for both the race and for quali. What happened to K-Mag? K-Mag is he will not be returning to Haas next year. He's currently a free agent. Again, if K-Mag does not find a seat, he will probably return to. You'll see K-Mag in the background in the garage for Haas, doing work for them. Looking at any new times on the board, we got a lot of cars in the pits right now. They're going in and setting up for another program. Uh, Paula, thank you for the data. GP race lap record here was a 146.286, and that was by Bottas in 2018. Well, K Max isn't gone yet. He has a chance to get another seat somewhere. We just don't know if he's going to get another seat. Like his drive again. Harika, do you think Audi will stand a chance? Right now, no. Like right now, Audi's making huge changes to their team and team structure. Because the team right now, the Stake Sauber team right now that they're taking over, is in shambles. There's no two ways about it. They've scored no points. Both Bottas and Zhou have scored no points. The only other person who's not scored any points has been Sargent. Oh no, this is more than Yachty is geared to that. They need to change it now so that they are competitive um, when they take over. So next year it'll still be the Sauber Jake Kick branding, and then 2026 it'll be the Audi branding on that car. Ghost 44, honestly, don't know why Perez is still in Red Bull. Because he's actually still a good driver. He's in a slump right now. He's in a bad slump right now. That's the big issue. But this is the race. If he does well in this race, it will give him life to go forward with Red Bull. After the break. But if he's bad, this weekend, we could see Red Bull be brutal and take. Red Bull be able and make a replacement over. Perez is a good driver. He's in a bad form right now. He's in a very bad form. He's been in very bad form for several races. And again, this happened last year. Yeah, you're telling me that Perez is not good, but he was second in the constructors last year. So that is something to take into account. I mean, there was a lot of craziness about Perez last year. He was second in the constructors. Now that's different now. The car, the gap between Red Bull and the other cars has moved. Has shrunk. Some people think Perez will improve. I mean, this is I think Perez will improve, but I can't. I'm not 100% certain on that. I mean, again, he has a bad quality. I mean, well, again, let's go look with Checo. I mean, he was, I think, 17th on the grid and finished 7th in points. Akin is asking us, that no, we're only in the middle. We've got 37 minutes to go in the session right now. Rio was asking, do you think Kimi will be the one who replaced Lewis? Will you do a private test after Spa GP? He also gets 2 wins and almost double bare minimum points after 2. Antonelli is on track to be in that Hamilton seat. But it's not official yet. And here's the thing. Mercedes got time to wait to make a decision on him. Arch is saying Red Bull has abandoned the upgrades. What you gotta give me more data on that. Arch, what are they not doing? I mean, the upgrades they had last week are not going to be working here because the tracks are in tracks very different. So that what they tried for an upgrade last week may not be coming to this track just because of how it's yeah, it's just covering the engine cover. I mean that was they were trying the engine cover last week. He's not out of F1 yet. You guys are being brutal to Perez. I don't. Yeah, we're saying he's Sergio's kicked out for. Don't see a seat unless he's paired up with Tsunoda. I actually don't think if Sergio is dropped from Red Bull, I don't see him getting another seat. So, so everyone has come into the pits at this point. So we're at 35 minutes to go. We've got teams doing different setups on their cars. We saw again several people like Leclerc and Gasly run 10 laps on their tires. A lot of them ran 9 or 8. So while we are waiting for cars to come back track, Jason says it's going to play an ad for you guys.
This livestream is sponsored by PureVPN. If you ever try to access online content only to be met with a message saying this content is not available in your region, you are not alone. Many people face territorial restrictions that are especially painful when you are traveling, and we, the F1 fans, know that very well. PureVPN has a solution to this issue by quickly changing the location of your device, which allows you to access content that may be restricted in your current region. For example, if you're watching Formula 1 on ORF or Sirbus TV in Austria, but for this race you had to travel to a country where these channels are restricted, PureVPN will quickly allow you to change your device location and enjoy your favorite program or app. All you have to do is log into your PureVPN account and change the location to one of 6,000 VPN servers in more than 65 countries, and you're all set within seconds. By clicking the link in the description below, you will get 80% off and 3 months for free if you sign up today. But that is not all. For all racing statistics fans listening right now, you will get an additional 10% discount by using the coupon RACING10. Follow the F1 action with PureVPN and Racing Statistics.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Again, this is the Racing Team YouTube channel, and we're back now with action. We've got Russell, Verstappen, Norris, and Oscar on track right now. They just came out on track, so they're in their outlaps right now. That was Ryan's voice during the ad. Curry FTW, is there rain in quali, sir? Possibility for rain. There's a possibility for rain this weekend. So, yeah, all bets are off, I guess. Joe Buck, is Max getting a penalty on Sunday? He is slated to take a penalty. We don't know how big the penalty is yet. It's not been officially announced. But basically, it's been reported in F1. Basically, on their website and during the weekend roundup was reported that he's going to take some new parts, just not sure what yet. How many hours of qualifying? Qualifying is tomorrow, Hypox. Today we only got we've got FP1 and FP2 today, and then tomorrow we got FP3, and then quali. Paul, is this because of a new engine? Yeah, it's either a new engine or other parts that he's taking on. We just don't know officially what that penalty is going to be. Whether it's just 10, just 10. It's either it's going to be 10 or back of the grid. We just don't know where that is. Is it raining? Live session. No. So we know that grid penalties are looming also for Sonoda as well. New power units. Sonoda's taken probably like a lot more, is the report. He's probably going to be back in the grid. Well, Verstappen has only taken a new internal engine, so the ICE. So he's only getting 10 so far, but that's not. Yuki took more than just power unit, so he's looking at back of the grid. So we're looking at. Got a 2 racetrack penalty will start in Silverstone. That's horrible. That's the best joke of the day. So right now we've got 2 people who are taking penalties this race so far. So it's Yuki and Max. Again, these are not official at the moment, so Max could end up taking more. So putting it back. We're at halfway through the session right now. Again, we got 30 minutes to go. You are again listening to the Races YouTube channel, and this is Grass with you with live commentary and live action on track. Right now, you see, we've got a shakeup on the board. Uh, Oscar's about to move up on the board. So Max has set a new fastest time. So Max is P1 right now, 143.732. Oscar just went to P2 with 144.078. So he's about 7/10 off of Max's time. Russell Hamilton are at 0.853 and 0.1835. So 144 and 145 respectively for Russell Hamilton. Clerk coming out of the pits right now, he's in P5. Norris is 6th, Sainz is 7th, Gasly is 8th, Albon 9th, Perez is 10th on the grid right now. Trying to look up what happened to Ocon. He's only done one lap. He did a installation map early in the session, and he's done nothing else. So that is a question. What is going on with his car? Um, okay, suspected water leak for Alpine and Ocon. So Esteban is suspected water leak, keeping him in the garage, which is not a good sign. Bottas has just moved up to P4. Did a 1:45.155. He's 1 second and 7.83 off of Max's time. So we got a wide range of times. Again, Ocon has not set a time at all this session, but what P1 through P19 is a 4 second gap, which is a huge gap. We've seen that down between a second and a half or second and 2/3 in other races. So a lot going on, lot at this moment. Oh, that's cool. They've got hammocks at Spa. Just watching, they just did a screenshot of the crowd by the track, and there are people in hammocks in the trees. That's pretty cool. Moving on. What's wrong with suspected water leak in his car, Samantha? That's why hasn't got out onto track. And we've got Russell coming out on track at this point. I believe Perez just moved up. Ricardo just finished a lap. Fastest first sector, but nothing in that second half. He was not. He improved in his second sector, uh, but was not consistent in that. Or did he abandon the lap? I'm not sure. While I said that, Hulkenberg moved up to P11, now it's P12. Ricardo, ultimately that lap puts him to P7. So he was not consistent in his last half of that, last third of that last sector. Sargent moves up to ninth. Uh, he was fast in sector 1 and improved in sector 1, sector 2. Perez right now is P5. He is a second off of Max. Hamilton ahead of him. Russell's third, with Oscar being second. And we're seeing soft tires on track right now. The only ones, everyone's on soft tires at this point. Gasly's in the pits, Alonso's in the pits, and so is Ocon. So three are not on track. So F1 TV now has an article about Yuki and Max taking penalties. Looking right now, I'm trying to see who anyone's. Magnussen right now improving on his times. Only one with green on the board. Stroll. Saw that improving on his times. Where is he on the track? It's about to pass a slower moving Sonoda. Magnussen not improving very much in that third sector. He's about to finish his lap. He does a 146, 371. He's still almost 3 seconds off, even though he improved. Take a look at Stroll. Stroll is passing Joe. He's going to pass Hamilton, and I think Perez. He's got to deal some traffic before he hits the finish line, and that's going to hold them up in that third sector. And that's going to move Stroll up to 8th. He does a 144.814, 1.4 off of Max's time. Max is in the pits right now. They're probably doing some sort of setup change for him. Sainz about to finish a flying lap. He improved in his second sector into the third. It's going to move him up to 8th. 144.574, 1.2 off of Max's time. Albin cooking at the moment. The end of first sector, he lost some time, but he's improved everywhere else. Fastest starting lap, and he just before the chicane, he lost some time, but he's going to improve. That's going to put him up to P3 with 144.099, 7/10 off of Max's time. Norris coming to a full end of a flying lap. He improved in sector 2, but not in sector 1 or in sector 3. You'll see where he goes as he passes the line. And Norris pits. So he bends, he doesn't finish the lap. We've got 22 minutes left to go in this session right now. You guys are, again, listening to the Racing YouTube channel. I want to thank our sponsor this weekend, Pure VPN. There's a deal, if there's a link and a deal in there for you guys if you're interested in it. We thank everyone else who's here. We got over 2,700 of you watching right now. We've got over 500 likes. Thank you so much. It helps us derive with them, helps us reach out to more people. You've got 128 and a half subscribers. Wow, we're on our way to 129. And it looks like there was a big lockup on Lando during that last lap. So it's probably coming in. He will definitely be coming in to get new tires. Yeah, so those who are asking right now, Max is on track to take a 10 grid penalty. He's replaced his internal unit. Yuki has also replaced his internal unit, but he's also replaced other parts. So he's on track to be back of a grid penalty. They're not official yet. Just looking at you. Did Ferrari just bring downgrades? You guys are being mean. Me to on a car because of brakes. One car is so fun to see. What? Looking at what you guys are saying. Yeah, this is just a practice session, everyone. It's just FP1. I mean, it's cool to see who's on top of the board. I mean, the biggest piece right now is that Ocon is basically still in the garage with a water leak, with issues with the car itself that they can't bring him out on track. That right now is the biggest story of the session. You got a couple people. Ricardo spun, but he's okay. He's doing better than his teammate. Yeah, not much else to really report. Max, taking a power unit, he's gone P1, blowing everyone out of the water. He is out on track still. He's actually in clean air for his lap. Looking at Stroll, he's somewhat improving, but not across the line. There's Alonso. Alonso improving, but not necessarily at the end of. So Alonso improves to P12 with a 1:45.097. Stroll he improves in his time, but not in his position. He is at a 1:44.0. Sorry, 1:44.699. No, his magazine moves up one place. He did a 1:45.812. That's 2.5 seconds off pace. I wonder if he is weighted down. Hulkenberg also. They're on soft tires, but I wonder if they're weighted down with fuel. Because they're 2.5 seconds off of what Max did. If one TV is showing Max on screen right now. Okay, what you guys? Meow has joined chat. Welcome, Meow. Again, if you've not liked or subscribed, now's a great time to do it. Again, those you see in green in chat and they have that little star badge next to their name, they've joined the channel whether they're paying them themselves or they were gifted one. Like particularly, we did like 65, 75 new green chatters. Got a month subscription to the channel. For those who were gifted it, if you got, it's not too much to pay each month. It's like $2 US or euros to continue your subscription. It allows us, like, we got uh two new channel buttons. I should say channel stickers, channel emojis, and that was the new Hulkenberg and the new Russell. So Oscar's on an outlap right now. Norris is out on that lap, so McLaren has sent their cars out. Gasly's still on track. Verstappen is passing a slower Alonso. And I believe that was K-Mag. Just came into the pits. It was one of the Haas's. Fernando's asking if the engine's okay. How can we be slower in the first sector? That is something that I did notice in that one of those laps. He was not improving in sector 1. Is Bottas in for Williams? We don't know just yet. Again, the driver market right now is again Ocon. The newest thing in the driver market is that Ocon is going to go to Haas. So Haas is locked up with Perez and Ocon in that team. We know that the only other team we know for certain will be already locked up is Lando and Oscar on the McLaren team, and Ferrari with Charles and Hamilton. Red Bull should be locked up, but is always questioned with that, with Perez not performing well. We don't know the state of we know Yuki will be at the Racing Bulls, the RB, VCARB, ABCDEFGFU, group. And that is a joke for those who don't know. We've been making fun of the V carb name all season long. But Yuki is signed, but Daniel or is not signed. That second seat is not signed. We don't know if it's going to be Daniel or we're bringing in Lawson or we're going to show again with Perez now back in the mix. We don't know if that Perez is actually going to stay there. We don't know what that shift is going to be. UK is still saying, "Whoa, did you just say president for me? That is crazy." I mean, I did say that earlier in the session. That Massacre or whatever that's going to be the worst team name ever. No, hey, there's probably worse team names. The steak, kick steak Sauber is actually worse. Because the steak name they can't use, because it's a gambling casino operation. There are places where they are where they just that name is not allowed. Also, because the other part of the steak name was that I believe the government of Switzerland came down on Sauber because they're not registered in Switzerland as a gambling operation, and that's a no-no. So yeah, that's a that's a bigger issue. But we'll have one more year of this, and then it will be the Audi team. Good. 12 and a half minutes or so to go in this session right now. Again, this is the Racing 60 YouTube channel, and this is Crash giving you live action of the track, what's going on. We are again the big news right now is that Max has taken a new engine. He's probably going to take 10 places. He's right now P1. He's up second, a half a second ahead of everyone else on track in terms of the best lap. Ocon is in the pits. He has done only one lap. He did an installation lap, and they came right back in. He's had issues with his car, water leak, and possibly something else has gone wrong with his car. Yuki Tsunoda is being reported of taking an engine and other parts, so he will probably be being back at the rumor is he's going to be back at the grid. That's not confirmed as of yet. We'll probably have a better understanding in FP2 or most likely by FP3 tomorrow. We'll have a confirm where people are with engine parts. I doubt that Yuki and Max are the only two taking penalties or taking major parts. You guys are talking about Newey in chat at the moment. There's Newey says he is leaving Red Bull, but he has not announced where he is going next. It's been reported though that he won't go to Ferrari. It's between, I believe, I know Aston Martin's one of them, and I think I want to say it's either Mercedes or McLaren. I forget which the other one he's looking at. He's been linked with. But he wants to stay in the UK. That's one of the things about he wants to do. Baggismill is asking what app is. We're using right now multi-viewer at the moment. We've used other websites and other things, but this is right now the layout you're seeing for the timing grid is multi-viewer, and also multi-viewer has ability to grab the driver chat. This is actually really nice. You can actually read driver chat this time around. We are one away from 600. There we go, 600 likes. Thank you, everyone. That does help us with the algorithm. That gives us more reach. And Frank has joined the family. Welcome, Frank. Yes, Mel, you do have stickers. You have the new emojis, including the new Russell and the new Hulkenberg stickers. If you guys are interested, we do have a Discord channel where we continue the chat after the session. Grab the link. That guy, how can I become a member? I mean, first of all, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell. You'll get notifications when we go live, which is basically every session, whether it's at practice, quali, the sprint race, sprint quali, and the race itself. In fact, we actually will go live. We've gone live for preseason testing as well. So everything. The next thing you can do, should be a join button that you can hit, and that will allow you to set up to pay for your subscription. Basically, it's like you throw $2 to whether it's US dollars or euros to the channel to help support the channel, and that will make you into a greener channel like Frank has become, and a badge. You'll start with the blue badge. Meow's been here longer. They've got the green one. Yentl's been here much longer. They've got a yellow, and then you'll see me. I've got I think I'm either the first or second subscriber to the channel. I've got the 2-year badge. Going on 3 years. So I've got the purple badge. I think the next one is. What's the next one? Next one's going to be red. 36 months. So. No worries, Gal. Thanks for showing up. Shout out to Zoya, who said just hi back to me. Hey, is this live data from F1 TV or is it from a different source? We're not. I'm not sure where Multiviewer is getting their data from. I mean, it is ultimately coming from F1. I just don't know. I'm not sure it's being funneled through from F1 TV to the app, or it's coming from a different source to the app. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. We've got about 6 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in this session right now. Not saying the max is now official. That will I'll figure out. I don't listen to Clarkson, to be quite honest, a weed feeder. He's become a farmer, quite honest, and we'll be honest. He got himself fired from Top Gear for stupid comments that he should know better. So yeah, I don't care. I mean, the speculation he might be heading to Williams. The speculation he might go into Aston Martin. The speculation he might be going there. When F1's not going to be Olympics because F1 is a motorsports and it's more technology than it is. Yeah, the Olympics wouldn't wouldn't do that. So yeah, let's just move on from Clarkson because he's not really relevant, except when he pops his head to try and be relevant. Looking at what you guys are saying about in chat. Looking at anyone making any moves. Doesn't look like there's no green on the board. Albin had a few moments in sector 1, but he's abandoned the lap. We are seeing mixes of everyone's out on track. That's the other thing, except for Ocon. The fact that he has not returned to track, that's not a good. That's not good. What happens to Sonoda? I mean, he's done. He's right now doing a long run on a hard tire. So yeah, again, people are bringing up Clarkson. Why am I hating? Because he's what we would call him a curmudgeon, and he's not fun. He's not interesting. He is adversarial and to be adversarial. Trying to be contrary to be contrary. There's only so much you can deal with. Whatever. Go. He is literally the old man on yelling at people saying, "Get off my grass." So, moving on. Looking at the board right now, there is really no one. They're all doing some sort of program that's not requiring them to go as fast as possible. Like right now, Max is on eight laps on a hard. Oscar's got 14 on a medium. Albin's done 8 on a soft. We're looking at 10 plus, getting to 10 plus. Like Russell, Hamilton, Leclerc. Leclerc has done 16. It's the leader right now on the single tire. Again, Perez, Sainz, both 10 laps on softs. Norris, 8 laps on a medium. Stroll, 11 laps on a hard. 12 for Gasly on a medium. Alonso, Ricardo, 7 and 9 laps on softs. 10 for Bottas on a hard tire. Sargent's on 10 on a soft. 12 for Sonoda. So I mean, they're not doing where they're going as fast as possible. And we're coming to about 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in this session right now. You call it race sim? Yeah, it is probably race sim. I mean, their last lap is like 149, 150s. Leclerc did a 211, 17 laps on a medium. Who else? They're doing 150s. They're 5 seconds off of, five, 5 to 7 seconds off the pace race. Not the pace race, the fastest laps. Raphael says 143 should be pole time. So Max Max and Oscar have done a 143, but they're the only two who have done a 143. And then their current laps are 148 and 150. So there's a big difference right now. Albon on P3, what the hell? Well, I mean, it's a Williams. He tends to get up there. I mean, Albon is a very good driver in his own right. He's got a machine that's not always the best for him underneath him. Bottas has to leave Sauber to save his career. Yeah, I don't see Sauber signing him. Sargent is a Williams too, but Sargent is different. He's a younger driver. He's not as I'll be honest, he's not as talented as Albon. And I don't think, again, Sargent hasn't really proven that he really belongs in F1, to be quite honest. He has not really progressed well. He's been he hasn't, where we see Albon up on P3, Sargent right now is P15. That's huge. Sargent, yeah, Sargent did well in F2, but Sargent never won it. Let's be honest. Well, Sargent never won F2. And the only reason he went from F2 to F1 is because he was in the new driver system for Williams. He is reported to go to IndyCar with Prema is going to join IndyCar next year. He is reportedly potentially be one of their drivers to join on the IndyCar grid next year. Time has expired on track. Albon and Russell have taken the choice for Verstappen. So people are now, as they come across, like Sargent and Albon are going to be taking the finish line. Hulkenberg. No one has improved on their times in any significant way. Hamilton, but I don't think it's enough. Take a look where Hamilton as he finishes. Yeah, Hamilton did a 152.9. So we're not looking at any new times here. Again, it's FP1. We'll see we'll see where things go in FP2. I want to thank everyone who's come. We've got 2,399, almost 2,400 of you watching right now. We got over 681 likes. We so close to 700, guys. We can break that. This has been the Racing 60 YouTube channel. I want to thank our sponsor again, which has been Pure VPN. There's a link in the description for a deal and a discount with a coupon. I'll let you look into that because I'm not an a VPN user, to be quite honest. And you can see again, the big story really is honestly is that Ocon's car sprung a leak and it's been in the garage the whole session. He did one installation lap. Max did P1, Oscar did P2, Albon P3 in this session. They finished off the session on long runs, 11, 17, and 11 laps respectively. I think Leclerc did 19 on those hards. Again, for Racing Ski Channel, this has been Crash. I will be back for FP2. That should be in about, I think, 2.5 hours. We should be back in about 2 hours. We'll start with music, and then I will be back with commentary. Take care, everyone. We'll be back in a little bit.
Your VPN. If you ever try to access online content only to be met with a message saying this content is not available in your region, you are not alone. Many people face territorial restrictions that are especially painful when you are traveling, and we, the F1 fans, know that very well. PureVPN has a solution to this issue by quickly changing the location of your device, which allows you to access content that may be restricted in your current region. For example, if you're watching Formula 1 on ORF or Sirbus TV in Austria, but for this race you had to travel to a country where these channels are restricted, PureVPN will quickly allow you to change your device location and enjoy your favorite program or app. All you have to do is log into your PureVPN account and change the location to one of 6,000 VPN servers in more than 65 countries, and you're all set within seconds. By clicking the link in the description below, you will get 80% off and 3 months for free if you sign up today. But that is not all. For all Racing Statistics fans listening right now, you will get an additional 10% discount by using the coupon RACING10. Follow the F1 action with PureVPN and Racing Statistics.